How do you go about kind of start, let's say you got a farm. How do you go about planning what seed you're going to put out, when you're going to put it out, that kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking food plots, this is year 4 on the farm of doing like legitimate food plots and putting in time and effort behind, multiple acres. But you kind of need to assess, what do you have to work with? Are you working off of 10 acres that you can hunt? Are you working off of private? I mean, obviously you can't be putting food plots out in public. You can scout, you can scout areas where you might have like a good acorn drop or something like that, or, fruit trees and stuff like that. But in terms of private ground, assessing of like what you have accessible. Do you have access to a 4-wheeler? Do you have access to a tractor? Do you have access to a rake? Like what do you, so that's like the first starting point is like deciding of, okay, what tools do I have at my disposal that I can use? And then ultimately, like, you're looking at the property itself. Like, once again, we've talked about on the podcast quite a bit, like food plots can be detrimental to a standpoint if you don't put them in the right locations, but also planting the wrong things might be wrong as well. So, the sweet spot for us on the farm, I haven't really planted. This would probably, this upcoming weekend is the last weekend of July. It's probably the earliest I would plant, just for what we're putting in the ground. And we're putting in brassicas. We're putting in some green mix. We'll eventually layer everything with some winter rye down the road. Unfortunately, we just didn't get time to do corn and beans this year, which I would normally put in. You could still plant beans right now. You're just not going to get full germ like you normally would. But I like to do a buckwheat rotation. Didn't get time to get that in because that's pretty much June. Same thing with your screening. But like buckwheat planted right now is still, the deer will munch that down.